to the No Practice Podcast, where we cover the only sport in the world where there is no practice. With your mini rod driving host, Adam Kester, Tyler Slaw, and Chase Richardson. Strap in for some debates on the world of pulling, exclusive special guests, and a whole lot of nonsense BS. The No Practice Podcast starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 63 of the No Practice Podcast, joined as always by Mr. Adam Kester and not Mr. Chase Richardson, live from Evansville, Indiana. Gentlemen, how are we doing this evening?
Fantastic. We're sitting on top of our new video board trailer. Adam was like, I'm not sitting up there, Schultz. It's too bright. So my big old fat body took over. I blocked the mini rod. See, I have a diesel super. He's got a mini. Yeah. It's a size thing, Tyler. So.
Yes, I understand. So you guys are coming to us from Evansville, yep. And obviously because there's some significant goings on there in the next couple of days.
I'll show you there's the track.
Okay.
Did I do it right?
So we see the track being prepped. I have heard Mother Nature hasn't been in your favor the last week plus.
Bad.
Yes?
It's not bad. It really is. I walked out there earlier. It could be ripped open. I think they're just taking a few more precautions. I think the weather's looking pretty good now. So
yeah, the forecast is solid, Tyler.
Yeah.
Last weekend it looked like we were going to have a rain out, but we're going to be good. We have Jim Miller, arguably one of the best track builders in the country. There's a lot of good ones. We know Jim's. We see Jim on TPA. So
I don't even think it's arguably. I would say if anybody is going to turn that dirt into a pristine palace for horsepower to graze up and down the track, it's going to be Jim Miller, no question.
That's right, Adam. This is a No Practice Podcast. We don't have to say things like I think or sort of. We can just say it and make a decision, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
So Tyler, you pulled here before. What should I do? Because I don't
You've
know.
never pulled here?
Never.
This is your hometown, bro.
Never been here.
Honest to God?
I've actually only watched the fair pull since I could remember. Maybe I watched it one year. I don't know. I came here one year to watch the, Pro Pulling League has the.
Yeah, they have a fair pull on Friday night.
And I came here one time to watch it in probably the last 30 years.
Okay, I didn't know
Adam,
that. They have a huge crowd, Tyler, right?
I've pulled there before. A huge crowd, awesome facility. I would say, if anything, make sure you have a gear in there to turn some RPMs because that dirt takes some horsepower.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty awesome.
There's potentially a chance that I can run a set of Nichols tires.
Ooh.
But I don't know if I.
Why would you change anything after what you just did in that?
Well, the problem is I am changing stuff. I have three or four brand new sets of tires and need to break them in. And since this is not a points deal for me or anything, I do want to run good, but I kind of want to.
That's got to be hard for you because this is hometown Kester. You're like a legend and all that stuff.
I don't know about
or your
that.
Dad was.
Yeah. But Tyler knows as well as I do. Like when you put a new set of tires on, it takes a couple passes to get them figured out, or actually get them in the shape that you want them. So,
when's your first high stakes thing?
Next weekend.
Okay.
So I have 4 brand new sets of tires. I have all brand new sets on the tractor, but I've been looking at the dirt, and I think I'm making a bad decision, running those tires here. So
he said it here. I don't know what else to say. So.
Adam, I'd say you keep with your old tires that you had on, and you just clean.
No, I want to keep them
like you did 2 weeks ago because you made us all look silly. It was
1, 2, and 3.
I'm trying to keep these tires in at the shop. I kept them at the house, so I won't even bring them here.
You're taking that approach. You're not
even
giving yourself any options.
Gotcha.
Well,
no, there's a truck that can travel about 15 minutes and get them if I need them.
I would imagine we can't, not mention 2 weeks ago, Adam and I pulled, and no, we still got you. Adam's new motor combination swept the weekend. He was just playing all coy, acting like he was going to put it in. We'll see how it does, and he He kicked everyone's ass Friday and Saturday, didn't you,
One,
Adam?
two, three. 1, 2, 3.
No, Tyler got in there. He got third both days.
Oh, okay.
I got third both days, Jason. Give me what credit I deserve, which isn't very much because I couldn't handle Adam.
I'll tell you what, it was pretty miraculous, just for the simple fact of there was no, whatever people think, there was no dyno runs, there was nothing. Like, if a person could have guessed the fuel system close enough, it was that, because I actually had to calm it down for the second day because I'm not saying the plugs were hot. They were about perfect burn on them, but, like, I don't need to be running it like that all the time. And
I don't know. I would.
Tyler would probably say that track was very, very good.
It was incredibly good.
Surprisingly very good.
Yeah.
You're going to say that when you win, right?
No. Honestly, we heard that from a lot of pullers in a lot of different classes.
No, man, like, here's the thing. Like, if you can talk to a diesel four-wheel drive guy and they say it's good and a mini rod guy says it's good, it's like the best you can, like, right? Isn't that kind of like the realm?
It satisfied varieties of classes for sure.
Right.
And I mean, as we always say, you can't talk to the guys that ended up top 3 both days. We're going to talk about how killer the track was. That's just inevitable when it comes to tractor pulling. You talk to the guy who got last, he'll probably tell you the track was a piece of crap. That's just always how that goes.
If you can put water into the Nashville track, you can make it good. We have dealt with at the Pullers Championship. That's the one I've been at, not the fall events, where it was supposed to rain, guys, so we rolled it in, packed it through the tarp on it, never rains. Then we ran the minis first a couple times, and I think we've dug. I mean, anybody that's been there the last couple of years has had a good track both nights.
I agree. I mean, you listen to like the 85 Limited Pros; they're choking out at the end of the track. The light supers are picking the front end up good.
The light mods put on a great show.
Light mods, they love that track. I mean, the dirt has it in it, and we had this conversation a couple weeks ago. They're good tracks, if not prepared right, are garbage.
Correct.
And there's garbage tracks that, if they're prepared right, can be just as good as any of them. So I'll definitely put. Brad came up to me last year and he's like, "Hey, Adam, we're building this for mini rods." And I'll tell you what, it was scary, like so good, scary. Like you're sitting in the seat hoping, like, boy, I hope this thing doesn't roll over on me because it's so much bite. But like, it was very good.
You'll have that at times. And where I was going with that in the beginning when I said Mother Nature hasn't been in your favor is all tractor pullers will say Mother Nature builds the best power tracks.
Sure.
And you guys, I feel like, have had the right amount of rain where that dirt is going to be nice and saturated. And I'm excited to see what that dirt there becomes for sure. I feel like if I was a betting man, I'd put my money on Adam in his hometown track, even with these.
How many minis are signed up, guys? 30 minis. Okay.
Are you signed up, Tyler?
I am not signed up. So after the Pullers Championship, my motor was looking a little questionable. There was a lot of glitter in my filter, and so I tore the whole motor out of my tractor. I checked all the main bearings, all the rod bearings and everything. I got home Monday from screwing around up north for the holiday weekend and thrashed on it, and I just finally got it fired up last night, and it should be ready to go. But with an event the following weekend, I just didn't want to cut it that close after my season has already started out with significantly more thrashing than anticipated. However,
so
Farmer
was there
Bruce,
like any damage?
Well, we found the oil pump was a little bit questionable. We weren't super pleased with what we saw in between the rotors and the housing, and that was an oil pump from a motor that we broke a crank on, and so I think we sent some debris through the oil pump. Nothing against the oil pump. And like idiots, instead of taking the time to, check that out, we ran it again. And we're hoping that was the smoking gun that we found, but we're not confident. So we do not want to chance wrecking the motor, less than a week before, given the amount of work already that we had on it. And honestly, I'm super busy at work. We just hired another guy there. Things are going good there, but I feel like I should just stay back. However, Farmer Bruce is signed up with his tractor. He will be leaving, I would imagine, tomorrow morning to head there because he wants to get some more seat time in. At the Pullers Championship, that was his first time running since his accident, and he said backing up to the sled, he was more nervous on Friday than the first time he ran his 5-engine tractor, the first time he ran a Grand National mini rod, the first time he ran his multi-engine tractor. He said it was just in his head. He needs to get a couple more laps down the track. So he has signed up. He's going to be there for sure. And so if you guys see him, he is going to be kind of running somewhat solo. I'm not going to be there, which doesn't happen very often. So if he needs a hand, feel free to get in. Get in
Kester's
there
got like
and
100 people with them.
give him a
No,
hand.
we legit have like the Kester corner down there, Tyler,
Wonderful.
campgrounds.
So for anybody who doesn't know, if you are coming to Evansville, you're not going to find me in the Pullers parking.
He's with the people.
I'm with the people, man of the people.
Man.
But I'm actually kind of secluded where I'm parked at. Like, you have to look for us a little bit, but hear some loud music, just head that direction. It's probably you're gonna find me. But
the campgrounds are jumping already.
Oh, they're getting with
this
it.
This is fun.
Yeah,
this is fun.
We got air conditioners getting tops ripped off of them, and all kinds of stuff going on. It's been really wet here. It's rained for the past 10 days. That hopefully that should be really good for the track. The grounds surprisingly are really good. Like, everything looks really nice.
All the pullers are on asphalt and
Yeah.
rock, Tyler. I
Yeah.
promise all of them. Chase and Bert went out, or Evan is a local guy here, Evan Vibbert. He's on the 4-H, I think, the
Yep.
board or something. He's an animal. And him and Chase went out and laid out all the spots when they saw the lineups, Tyler. Pulling starts tomorrow night already. I don't think a lot of people realize we're starting Thursday night. It's 4 sessions, 3 days. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. And then for the first time that I can even think of, we're running 3.0 diesel trucks from Indiana Pulling League, Tyler, and then we're running Ohio Valley Hot Farms on Thursday night. So we're gonna, like, tomorrow night, we're gonna send Grand National Super Farms on one track, Grand National Light Supers on the other track. Then when those classes are done, Marvin will come out, take away his distance markers, and then we're gonna run a class of Ohio Valley Hot Farms. We're expecting 25 or so of them. Those are the 510 tractors. They run really good. You see them a lot, like at your Gordyvilles and your indoor pulls in the winter.
Hotbed, right?
Awesome running tractors.
Yep.
And then the Indiana Pulling League diesel trucks, Tyler. So they're going to run Friday night and Saturday day at noon, and then Friday night, Saturday night is an unbelievable lineup. You think about in one session, Friday night and Saturday night, minis, light mods, and unlimiteds on one track. The other track is pro stock tractors, super stock diesel trucks, and super stock diesel tractors. Dude, that's
I like how there's one track of smoke and one track of alcohol. That's best case scenario, because inevitably there's going to be some people there that are there for blower motors and some people that are there for diesel smoke. So constantly all night there's just going to be a trade-off of
Marvin's
noise
okay with
and
it.
smoke.
This is what Chase wanted, and Marvin's okay with it, as long as the numbers matched up, Tyler. I don't know if a lot of people understand that. Like, that's how they make a pulling order a lot. You know, they'll look at the track. They'll never send the minis out first, blah, blah, blah. But then you're going to look at numbers because you want the tracks to finish up at the same time.
And surprisingly,
sure.
I think they're about identical.
They're pretty tight, Tyler. Yep, the numbers are.
But, like, for anybody who doesn't know, like, this area,
awesome.
They have a nice covered grandstands, which you're not going to find that in a lot of places.
There it is.
Like, Toma has a covered grandstands, and
They're huge.
It gets hot outside. The sun's beating down on you. A lot of people don't want to come out and sit in the sun. So
Phil Kelly.
we have a nice covered grandstand over here. The other side is pretty nice. A little sun going in.
Let's just turn around.
Oh, we need to turn
Turn
around.
around. Sorry, guys. We interrupt this broadcast for I turned the table the wrong way.
Yeah.
Charles.
Now makes sense.
Yeah.
Sense of looking.
This makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm still in the shade, so it doesn't matter. But yeah,
Oh,
I
there we
mean,
go. There's the Evansville track behind us. Look at
yeah.
that. That makes sense.
And I don't know. I think this track has probably had a little scrutiny over the years for, for the fair pools and the PPL people that came here. Oh yeah, it's a little sandy. They hauled in all new dirt a couple years ago. The track has definitely changed, and I think with the people and equipment they have here, I think they're going to have a really good track. I hope so, because I like pulling on good tracks.
They will, no doubt.
I want to interrupt Tyler really quick. Have you guys seen the picture of the Kester Cup? Have you guys seen that yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had it on the
Tyler, did you
podcast
social?
2 weeks ago, Jason.
Yeah, I don't watch the No Practice podcast. I
Well.
actually they're oh, look at that. So this is for the weekend winners, guys, for all 10 classes. So this is pretty badass.
That's really nice, very thoughtful. I think you'd be happy. My dad always wanted to have a pool here. We always wanted to promote a pool, and I can tell you right now, just over the last couple of weeks, I'm never going to promote a pull myself.
Have you ever promoted a pull?
Nope.
I think every puller should do it once, Kester.
I don't think so.
It's very humbling, bro. It's very humbling.
I don't think so.
You guys think I have ADHD normally? This is a tough one.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it, and
we haven't mentioned it yet, but Jason, can you tell us where Chase is? Because I feel like that
He is
gets
currently
into
hauling
the whole...
bleachers from Brandenburg, Kentucky, to the Vandenberg 4-H Center. And you guys,
So
Chase has OCD normally. This week he is unbearable. It is like he'll say the same thing 100 times to me, and I finally just said, "Come on."
Is this the closest you've ever been to just quitting, Jason?
My contract expires 12/31 of 26, so we're having my going away party. We got a big announcement actually coming up, Tyler, at the end of the year. So.
Very nice, very nice.
I love you, Tyler.
Yeah, no, but it should be good.
But we got free beer for the pullers tonight. Mr. B's brought pizza in, and Chase ordered all that. Good puller meals. We want to be very hospitable. And to Adam's point, this is fun for us as a promoter to come in. You have, one of the biggest, the Kester name, not necessarily Adam, but the Kester name was one of the biggest names in pulling. This is your hometown pull. I didn't know you'd never pulled here before, Adam.
No.
So it's pretty
The
wild.
last time mini rods pulled here before PPL brought them back with the Champions Tour was 2001. And funny enough, they were pulling the direction we are this year here. I remember it because I was a little kid. I say little kid. I was a freshman in high school. They had just came back from St. Hyacinthe, Quebec, Canada. My dad had rounded up about 12 tractors, and they drove through the night to get down here to pull. And he ended up winning it. It's a video that's kind of been floating around.
Yeah,
he was all over the track, But that's the last time a Kester mini rod has been on these grounds. So
there's 3 of them back there now.
And
then, do you have Billy's too?
Yeah, it's in there too.
Is Billy going to show up?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna finally let go of that thing, and I need my room back in the trailer.
Tyler,
So
people are already stealing our Busch Light signs. Like we had signs out by the road marking the event, and people are mad at us. I don't people are mad at us. I think they're just happy. I think the Busch Light stuff, Tyler's, might disappear a lot. I'm guessing.
Yeah, people just want that gear to hang in their barn. That's perfectly reasonable.
We put Billy on all the billboards.
You guys better save some of this shit for me.
Well, we can.
All right, just one banner.
One banner. You go tell me what you want, Kester. We'll save it for you.
This one's pretty nice.
Yeah. This is fun, Tyler, putting on a Grand National like this at a big venue. And you've been to this venue. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And we're expecting a lot of people. The fair crowd. This place is packed on a Friday night in the middle of the summer. Now, what will we get, Tyler? Non-fair, but we're kicking off the summer season. The weather looks good. I think people have been kind of cooped up with rain, Adam, the last 10 days.
Yeah, the biggest thing you have to worry about here is the Kentucky Lake's close, and a lot of people go down there. Coming off the biggest weekend of racing, Memorial Day weekend,
Indy
500, Charlotte, the Coke 600. That was, it was good. Indianapolis brings in 400,000 people to a racetrack. 500.
I haven't.
It's the craziest thing.
Mayer goes.
It's the craziest thing you've ever seen. But
dude, there's a golf course in the middle of the track.
Yeah, I know. You can put 15 Lucas Oil stadiums inside of that racetrack. 400,000 people. Yeah, that's
wild.
Massive. Yeah, but coming off big racing weekend, the weather wasn't so great last weekend at the lake, so maybe that's going to hold some people back. Maybe want to stay and hang out. So,
well, people love pulling. This is a hotbed. How far are we from Louisville and Owensboro? We have the Owensboro guys that work the track at Louisville coming up to help us.
I've always said, where I live is a really good area because I'm 150 miles from most major cities. St. Louis, Nashville, Louisville, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, all within reach. Memphis, all those cities are really, really close, within a couple hours of driving. So we're in a very central area here. Easy to get to. We're right off of main roads.
Tyler, we got a 3.0 truck coming from Maine. I saw on Facebook the other day.
Is that going to be the farthest traveled, do you think?
I think so.
Maine?
Yep, Maine. The state of Maine. It's that way. I think that's east. So that's east. Okay, Kester said it's that way.
That way. So, yeah. So.
But campers have been coming in all day, Tyler. Started coming at 8 o'clock this morning. The Kester clan got special treatment. I just want that to be clear.
Well,
I
think
Tyler,
it's-
so who's coming with your dad?
I don't think anyone.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's just flying solo, which doesn't happen very often. But so Friday night, he, first pass back in the tractor, he got on it. It started one wheeling pretty bad. He could feel that. He got out of it. I mean, we're talking like down to like 10% throttle. And this was only at 63 feet, which, as everybody knows, you can back out of it fully before 100
I
feet
should've
and
done
try
that.
again. And poor fella backed out of it good to stop it from one wheeling, and then just got right back into it, which, I mean, you can't do that and get anywhere. But props to him for getting out of it when it one wheeled. And Saturday night, I think he was just a bit nervous. He took some timing out of his motor. The track had him kind of nervous. He didn't want to one wheel again. And so he probably took a little bit too much timing out in hindsight. But, he made some nice safe.
Tyler? What kind of number are we talking about on that timing?
As far as taking timing out,
Well, I don't need to know
5
the degrees coming out.
he took out 5 degrees of timing.
What would base timing on a slaw motor be?
Oh, somewhere in between 25 and 30.
Okay. Mine was at 25, just so you know.
Okay. Gotcha.
Do you
So,
trust
yeah,
Adam when he
he's-
says things like that, Tyler? I don't trust
I do.
any of you guys when I watch this podcast.
25 on a
I
crane
do.
trigger.
A bunch of BSers. Hey, Post, gentlemen.
Yeah.
No, I
25
would trust him for sure. But I do have to shout out Kevin Campbell because Bruce would not have been able to pull at the Pullers Championship if Kevin wouldn't have shipped him a drive shaft. And that's just how awesome the pulling community is that Bruce was struggling to get the proper drive shaft in time. He happened to be talking to Kevin. Kevin said, "Don't worry about it. I got one. It's probably a little long. I don't care. Take it. Cut the damn thing down. Make it work. We'll worry about the rest of the details later." So shout out to
Awesome.
Kevin for sharing his parts. That's not why pullers buy a bunch of spare parts and have that stuff invested, just to share it with other people. But that's how kick-ass that community is, that they just say, "I'll ship you this stuff. We'll worry about the fine details later." So thank you to Kevin for helping Mr. Bruce out.
Tyler,
And I'm sure
if you were given the chance to run Nichols tires, would you put them on?
I have had the chance and I've never run them, but my father has several times.
Yeah, like the new
So-
ones.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of a stickler when it comes to tires. I don't even like
Me too.
switching from one set to another.
What up, boys?
Chase, can you
It's
hear
Bleacher
us?
Boy. It's
Can you
Bleacher
hear me?
Boy. It's Bleacher Boy.
Yeah, Chase,
Can
we
you hear
can
me?
hear you. Chase, give us an update on what's happening. For those listening to the audio only, Chase has been MIA since the start of the show. But just now, Chase's face appeared on screen. He's showing us bleachers behind the truck. Chase, what's going on?
Sorry, I got held up at the DOT office for these mobilization, these bleachers.
Yeah?
I'm getting ready to pull in here, the Vandenberg 4-H Center. There's a tractor pull. Somebody stole our sign, but we're still here.
He's coming in the front.
Let's give
He's
this.
coming in gate 2.
Is that gate 2?
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
down by you. Kester corner.
Here, maybe I can give you all the, I don't know how to turn this around, but got a little camp check-in guy right here. Jason, is this the guy you hired?
This is the guy I hired. Yep, that's Stu from Bowling Green, everybody.
I blew right through that.
Yeah, you did. Well, you're Kester.
Hey,
You can do it.
I got a camping spot. See ya. Looks like we got quite security here.
It's that easy, folks.
Look at all the
Okay.
campers. Woo! Looks like a little nice activity out here. Where's this Kester corner I've heard about?
Back there to your left.
You
Chase.
can't actually see my rig. You have to be on.
Can
the
you hear the
crane.
music? Is the music playing? Just listen to the music.
No, it's not. That's my cousin Steve.
Yeah.
He's
So this
definitely
gate I
pretty
just
good
came in.
music.
This gate I just came in will not be the gate for fans. This is for campers. There'll be another entrance for that. But I've been running around. There's a lot of shit here now at Schultz.
Yeah, well, it's been nice not having you around today. I'm not gonna lie. So,
Oh well.
I think you need
make
to
me
give
very
a
proud.
pat on the back to that fence screw.
the fence crew's awesome.
The fence crew's been kicking it.
This team here at the 4-H Center is amazing.
This is this is tractor pulling country, and I'll say it 1,000 times now and as we go. Like, this is not possible without the local people, the local support, the Vandenberg County Fair group,
Oh, dude,
the
two?
And Phillips is with them.
Okay.
the
Like super stock studs.
the 4-H center folks. Oh shit, I'm blocked in here. We can't get out of here.
That's the fence is up, Chase.
Oh, I got you. Hang on, I gotta go. I'm playing traffic cop. Hang on.
Yeah.
Was that a good report? Was that
Hey.
a good live report from a
Go
helicopter?
straight back. Straight back. Just keep going.
Chase, you should have came around the bottom side.
Yeah,
Are you
so-
bringing those
so-
to the pit side?
Well,
Chase-
dude, I was sitting here talking on a
Chase is-
podcast. You can't tell me which way to go.
Sorry, I should have been a better friend.
Guys, Chase is
We're
currently
watching you.
directing traffic while trying to bring bleachers into the pole.
There is actually Chase.
Chase,
They're right
tell
there.
us the most.
Do what?
Oh yeah, we see Chase backing up the pickup truck with bleachers behind him.
That's Phillips. Is that Phillips, Chase?
No, that's Miles on my running mate. We got 2 more coming. We got another set coming.
Oh, good.
Sorry for the background noise. Think up that my reverse thinks I'm hitting something.
Here comes
Yeah.
Chase, guys. This is
Check
live.
It's the bleachers
This is
behind
live.
him, yeah.
Live backing. Beecher blacking up.
Oh,
Chase.
Bert.
Yeah, as I pulled in and my guy that's running the event told me not to turn around. All right.
So this
Hey,
is the
Bert.
kind of
Bert, what's the best way to go over there?
Leave it to Chase. Vegas bars, driving,
yeah.
All in bleachers.
talking,
Well,
having
you
conversations with
see-
bartenders.
What happened
All right.
here is Chase tried to get out of the podcast and have Jason substitute for him, and I called him before the show and I said, Chase, I don't care what you're doing, you're coming on. We need you.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
real life. If only you like.
Chase-
If this camera was on me all the time, I'd be way richer than doing this shit. Sorry, everybody.
So a bit
Golly,
of
we got
a bit of a chaotic episode here, no question.
I'm here though. I'm
Chase's
here. I'm
mobile.
here for the questions.
Oh yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
I'm on a-
your,
on a
your
podcast,
backup reverse beeper.
Look at all the people though. Look at all the support. Sorry.
All right.
Well, I didn't name it to interrupt the podcast.
Yeah, you may have. I'm actually
Now that
putting
you're
you
on
down
here,
for
maybe we should work into those fan questions that we always get so you can answer some of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Chase,
ready. I'm
putting you
dialed in,
down
boys.
I'm putting you down for 4 interruptions for this fiasco, which I feel like is me being generous.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good with it. I'm here for it.
All right.
I'm really proud of everybody here. You and Adam.
Only dropped
Tyler.
7 F-bombs.
Yeah.
Got to turn around here. Nice little turn around.
All right. Are we back to our regularly scheduled
Everybody's
program,
leaving. It's
Adam?
just me and you, Tyler.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm on here.
Yep.
Yeah. Why don't you get that truck parked, Chase, so we can get into
Well,
some
I gotta
fan
get in
questions?
place. I'm here though.
Get the truck parked, put us on mute,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and me and Tyler will go over these fan questions.
Yeah.
Zach Powell is back by Marvin's trailer.
Okay. Chase.
To come over here.
Chase, mute your microphone.
It's not me.
Adam, how about this? This is chaos, isn't it?
Sorry, you don't need me anymore.
Yeah, we've got Adam.
Yeah, he's over here somewhere.
Adam, so Billy Beers is going to be driving his we're getting right into the fan questions. All right. What are the last final adjustments or preparations being made before your season starts, either this week or next week? Adam, final preparations. What'd you do here?
I would say we're all playing the game with the tires. For a lot of people who don't know, you kind of scale early and hitch the hitch pad kind of early. So as you're coming up the starting line, maybe a couple hitch adjustments, but mostly the tires and maybe fuel for the engine. So we play the game. We try to keep our tires high, and then as we get closer to the starting line, we want to get them lower to the air pressure that we actually run. But that also affects our hitch height too. So you're playing the game of, you don't want to let the air down too much because you lose hitch height.
So you're talking like final
So-
preparations right before going to the track.
I don't know. I try to make a joke with my crew people if I'm sitting in the seat. Cut the tension a little bit. Maybe
What's your go-to joke, Adam?
That's a good question. I don't know. I have probably not good for on air,
Oh,
but
okay.
I always try to, joke around a little bit, maybe cut the tension a little bit with the guys. I had this really weird thing ever since I started pulling. It's kind of funny that I heard this from another racer, happened to be Dale Earnhardt Jr., but I usually get very relaxed and I start yawning.
Oh, same. I've fallen asleep in my pulling tractor, suited up, buckled in, countless times.
Right. I've seen that. So mental adjustments, just don't screw up. Tractor adjustments, probably tire pressure and fuel. And then obviously, always before I go down the track, I give myself a little sign of the cross and hope everything goes good.
That's a solid ritual for sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, final preparations before the season for me was trying to get my motor to not be a glitter factory in the filter, which is somewhat of a factor of why I won't be there this weekend. But yeah, right. Final preparations right before hitting the track is for sure. I like to leave my tires roughly 0.2 pounds higher than what I intend to run them, just in case as the air is cooling off, you start losing some tire pressure as it's getting colder out. And you kind of have that window of pressure where you want to be at, and you're really not supposed to be airing up your tires before you hit the track. Now, at the Pullers Championship, I did have one tire that got away from me and dropped tremendously. Well, and so I did have to grab a tech official, and thankfully I was parked on asphalt. And they brought the hitch checker over, and I borrowed Sir Adam's air compressor because we didn't even have one up there. And they did allow me to make a last-minute tire pressure adjustment.
Park these like damn near on the asphalt right here.
Yeah.
Okay, Chase. Yeah.
Well,
Chase, you mute that for a second.
So Chase coming in like a verbal bull in a china shop there just earned his 5th check on the Chase Interrupts board, which is pretty uncharted territory for being less than 35 minutes into the show. But nonetheless, he's trying, he's here, he's present, he's moving bleachers, and Adam and I are moving on to the next fan question here on the 63rd episode. That's the cue. Okay. As seasoned drivers, when's the last time each of you experienced a rookie mistake when clearly you should have known better? Best of luck Friday and Saturday. As always, Mr. Luke C. Adam, most recent rookie mistake.
Well, let's face it, nobody's perfect. I make more mistakes than I do things right. So,
same.
Rookie mistake. I guess a rookie mistake is leaving for the first pull of the year and forgetting half the stuff you need, like a battery charger, or definitely some parts and pieces that you may use. Rookie mistake to me, I guess, would be just, like I didn't understand the question earlier because I couldn't see there was a glare. So before the season starts, like, funny enough, so I had a buddy come over to the house and we start the tractors up and check the timing and do all this stuff. I did not sit in the seat of the tractor until we were ready to go onto the track to pull. So you got to calm those nerves a little bit. And sometimes the rookie mistakes will be just, not, I guess we just like driving out to the track if you're not used to the clutch, or if it's not, when you have 3 different tractors and the clutches are all different, it can really mess you up driving. So the rookie mistake is not taking the time to make sure the things are right. And just, we'll get to it or whatever. And I'd say that would be my rookie mistake of getting off of my little, ritual that I do.
That's fair. I would say my last rookie mistake would have to be my last bad wreck in Nashville when I very ignorantly, was stubborn and said, no, I'm going to leave my hitch all the way up, and then proceeded to just wreck all of my stuff, as I tend to do quite often. God bless my father for putting up with me. I just always feel like somebody with a full hitch is going to beat me if I chicken out and lower it. So that's still taking some getting used to.
I guess my real rookie mistake was last year having an air pressure gauge that was wrong, taking air pressure gauge out, checking it, it was correct, and saying, no, this thing is wrong, we're going back to the other one.
Yes, I do recall that. Yeah,
that was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Bit of a rookie move there for sure. Either that or like I think it was Toma last year, Saturday afternoon. I knew looking at that track that it was going to dry out, and I knew that the gear I had in it was numerically too high of a reduction, and I needed to speed my gear up to actually load the motor and have a fighting chance of being competitive. And I don't know if I was just lazy in the moment and tried to subconsciously convince myself everything would be fine, but I wasn't even at 100 feet. And I said to myself, probably out loud, nice job, stupid. You should have changed your gear. Because every time you're almost certain you should, and for whatever reason I talk myself out of it, 99% of the time I should have just put in the work, quick changed it, because it doesn't take that long when you quick thrash and do it. Like,
that's right.
I've timed myself before just for sport, and we actually changed Bruce's at Nashville right before Friday, and I timed us just for the hell of it, and I think it was 18 minutes. We pulled the transmission out. We changed a gear set, snap rings, blah, 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 put the oil back in it, put it back together, put the drive line back in it, the tethers and all that on the drive shaft shielding. And yeah, it doesn't.
So when you're making a gear change like that, Tyler, do you have a preference on which gear set you like to change? Is it the front set or the rear set?
I mean, I think it's easier to change the back set just because it's the first set you take out. So then you don't have to mess with the headset, because for those that haven't worked on an SCS twin counter shaft, like a lot of mini rods run, not all of them, but when you take out the front set, your input shaft is kind of floating. So you're kind of like holding that input shaft, trying to get the gear in there and whatnot. And so it's definitely easier just to mess with the back set, as it's inevitable. You must mess with the back set to get at the front set.
Got you.
So I'll always take back set over front set.
I have a pretty good theory there. You just don't change gears.
I honestly very rarely do.
Really?
I think I did one gear change last year, and other than that, I ran the same gear. I actually couldn't even tell you what gear is currently in my tractor, because I don't even write it down. I just look at the data, and I know, should I have been faster? Should I have been slower? Now, obviously, when I go to
so for trade secrets, so you can just do this, is I write it on the case, right? What gear sets in the front and rear. So if you want to see what gear I run, just come back and pull the blanket, and you can see what gear's in there. You might have a broken hand when you leave, but you could see it.
Oh. You've never piqued Chase's interest more. He's actually probably going to delay joining the show.
No, here's what's funny. Here's what's funny.
Scurrying over to Adam's trailer to pull his blanket.
Here's what's funny about this whole deal is, like, when we were putting this Billy Beers tractor together, and it had Chase's transmission, and they didn't have all the gears and everything. He's like, "Don't buy any gears. Just tell me which gears you want." I'm like, "All right, you're gonna know what gear I want."
Yeah.
I told him exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. That was probably why Chase orchestrated this whole Billy Beers tractor build with Adam involved.
I'm
was
listening
just to swindle him out
to you, shitheads. I can hear
you. Yeah. Chase facilitated this entire thing.
It's really funny, Tyler? Out of all that deal, so I had all this stuff. He's like, "Don't buy any gears. I have gears for it." I told him what gears. He's like, "Well, I don't have that gear." I was like, "Yeah, I know you don't."
Yeah.
I can't do math in case y'all forgot. I think this thing,
fun fact there, though.
Yeah, good questions.
Good question.
Yep. All right. Next question. Well, hang on. Chase, when's the last time you experienced a rookie mistake, if you're listening?
Right here.
Yeah?
I don't know. Last time I pulled, probably. I pulled a two-wheel drive a couple weeks ago. It was a disaster of a pull. So, yeah, last time I pulled.
What was the mistake? You can't just say the pull. You got to be more specific.
Well, I went pulling by myself, which only me to blame. Hey, right to hit this one right here. And all classes it's critical setting a sled, but I had a friend of mine who I told to set the sled, and I just didn't give very good directions. And when I said if the guy in front of me goes in the same spot, move it over to the right, and I just didn't tell him how far to the right. So that was not a mistake.
Okay. So unclear direction on sled setting. That's
Bad leadership.
That's a good one, Chase.
Bad leadership.
Bad leadership. As always, Chase embracing his faults and falling on the sword.
Yeah.
All right. Next question here. All right. This is a doozy here, boys. Great runs this weekend, fellas. I think you're ready for the high stakes pulls. My wife don't go to many pulls other than the Effingham County Fair, so she knows nobody other than the Nelsons. But we was listening to the band after the pull, and she said, "Is that guy out there dancing? One of those guys on that shirt you wear?" I also pointed Adam out. So what he's getting at here is apparently I had drank enough and I was dancing. But she'd been petting his dog because he was walking around with his leash in his mouth, treating everybody. Love the podcast. See y'all down the road this summer. Thanks for the compliment on the good runs. We don't need to talk about me dancing. The beers were flowing at TPC pretty good, and that band was sounding pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
We were having a good
the
time.
The band was very good,
sure.
Good enough that I just let the dog walk around with the leash in his mouth. So he was watching himself. That was a pretty Friday night was pretty rough, I think. We didn't talk about that much, but Pisces built a new fire pit for alcohol burning, and I think they were getting like 3.5 hours for 5 gallons of fuel, and we kept saying, "Oh, we'll go to bed when it goes out," and it just never went out.
Yeah, I think I saw 4 in the morning on Friday at TPC. Adam, what time did you go to bed? Was the sun up?
No, it wasn't up, but it was coming up, 5:30.
Whew.
Trust me, I'm 40 years old. It took me 5 days to recover from that.
I did notice definitely everybody. I mean, we still had a good time Saturday, but I think we only stayed up till maybe 2:30, 3 in the morning. I didn't have 2 consecutive 4 a.m. evenings in me, but I would imagine you boys are getting ready for watching the sun come up there in Evansville.
Nope, not me.
Oh, yeah, you will. You're full of shit, Adam. All right, next question here. Yeah, me too, Chase. Me too. Getting bad enough that the National Trail Raceway staff and general manager left altogether. Not directly involved with pulling, other than there being a pull there. What's that?
Sorry, I was talking my guy. Sorry.
Yeah. Hang on, Chase. Let me mark you down for a 6th interruption. Yeah. Sorry to our listeners. That's just Chase for you. Other than there being a pull there twice this summer for high stakes, Adam, is this an IHRA staffing question reference? Is that what
sounds
we're
like
working with
one.
here?
I don't know exactly the ins and outs of what happened, but I think the people that are in charge of pulling, there's no change there, so I don't think that's going to affect hardly much with that. So
I would agree. I think John and Christy will be heading those events up for sure.
I think there's a conversation. I didn't have it with anybody, but they're like, we don't talk to those people. We have no dealings with them. That's even with staffing. They each entity is in themselves. So I think they operate within themselves, and maybe in the bigger picture, maybe there's something else going on. But I don't think that should be affecting anything.
I would agree. I would say that is on par if there was a shakeup in the fair board operation at the Evansville facility. That's a very loud train for sure, is what we just heard. Okay, we're near some train tracks in Evansville, Adam. Is that correct?
Yeah, my son loves it.
I would imagine. All right, yeah. So I can't imagine that shakeup will affect the pull much at all. Next question. Okay, I'm seeing a bit of a trend here. IHRA leadership is a little questionable right now. Not sure what that means for the IHRA pro pulling in the future. Well, I would argue that my previous statement about John and Christie remains constant there. I guess if we see a shakeup in that leadership, I'll be nervous because I feel like those guys do a fine job there. Yeah.
Each company has ups and downs and shakeups and things like that. I mean, if you really look at things, there's been some people that have been involved with other organizations that have been let go or walked away or whatever. I mean, if you look at our country, the way it's run, Trump fires people all the time. So if a guy's not doing their job, get them out of there. Plain and simple. That's
one thing.
Damn, Adam, don't help me. I'm never going to work for you.
That's only
well,
why
one thing
I only
we can
have
say
one
for
employee,
sure.
because nobody wants to work for me.
There you go. One thing we can say for sure, once somebody settles into that role and they hold it down for an extended period of time, that's got to be the guy. Right. Because if they're not doing a good job, I don't think he's going to keep them on just for convenience. Right. He's not afraid to fire people if he feels like they're not doing a good job. Right. So, all right, next question here. Okay, we've got a meme sent in of okay. I'm starting to wonder if this is what Chase was up to when before he joined the show.
What is
actually
it?
Much like these photos? I think it's pretty childish what the hell's going on right now.
Yeah. All right. Next question here. Hey guys, will they sell the NA Busch Light Nationals and where the party at Wednesday night? Chase, will there be non-alcoholic beer on the grounds there?
I don't. There'll be water.
There'll be water. Okay. Water for sure. Uncertain on the NA Busch Light. I do personally, when I go boating, I'm a big fan of some NA Busch Lights. I will pound like 15 of those in a day of boating. I've even been known to shotgun a few and still have a good time while being completely sober and safe to drive home. So if they do have NA Busch Lights and you got to drive home, I will endorse that choice of consumption for sure. Next question here. How long do you guys think a poll should last? Is 3 hours too long? I feel like we've talked about this on here, and 3 hours is about the sweet spot, Adam, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the bigger question is, what time does the poll start? I think it's kind of foolish to think anymore when you're thinking about an event, whether it be a concert or Monster Jam or whatever. When you're dealing with kids, they have a bedtime. They're used to the age-old tale of, oh, we're going to start it at 7 because people are still getting off work. Well, the day we live in today, people are taking off work. If they want to go see something, they'll take off. So is the pool being long 3 hours? Do I think that's long? I don't think that's that long. I mean, you look at a NASCAR race, the Coke 600, that thing started and it was like 5 hours, right? Like, the other question is the entertainment value in the time frame. I think pulling does a pretty good job of keeping something going constant enough. If you can keep people's attention for any amount of time, I wouldn't say there is a time limit. But the time limit comes with children and bedtimes and traveling and things like that. So more important than the length of the pool, I think it's the time that it starts and when it finishes, if it gives fans time to get home at a decent time without keeping their kids awake too long. Because at the end of the day, now that I have kids go to bed early. And when you leave them awake for an extra hour or two, you pay for it for a couple days. So good question. I just think it has more to do with the time that we start pulling.
Okay, so Adam is a proponent of an earlier start time. Adam, what is the start time this weekend in Evansville? Do you know?
I'm going to tell you the same thing I told everybody. I'm a competitor. I don't even know what's going on here. I'm here to pull. I think it's probably 6 or 7 o'clock, if I was going to guess.
Guys, I'm here from backstage.
6:30. I'm here with you all. I'm just going on off mute. Sorry.
6:30.
So perhaps Chase,
All right.
listening to some of
the
Adam's
guy with the
advice and
answers.
going with that earlier start.
What do you
time.
think, Tyler?
Yes. I would agree. I think about a 6:30 start time with a 9:30 finish time. If you're within a half hour, if you got a hotel room, you can still get the kids back and kind of get them settled in by 10, quarter after 10ish, something like that. And I feel like the competitors enjoy that as well. When you've got some time to kick back. I mean, a couple of fellas like to have maybe 4 hours of beer drinking time after the event. So if it gets done at 10 o'clock, you're in bed, by 2 in the morning. But if it gets done at midnight, you got to stay up till 4 and able to get 4 hours of barley pop drinking in
Right.
there. So I think everybody would be a fan of the earlier start time for sure. And I agree with you. If you're going to go to the event, you're committed to it. I don't think a later start time of 7 allows people to get there. But I guess I could be wrong, because usually when I'm at an event, it is my entire agenda. So I can definitely see both sides of it. All right. Well, I think that's all we've got for our fan questions. And
Guys, I need to introduce y'all to
Chase,
somebody very important.
okay.
This is Mr. Busch Light himself. He's had about 25 already. Keith Moret, is that how you say it? Moret with Working Distributors, a local distributor here in Evansville, Indiana. Busch Light, I think you've told me in our first conversations, one of the biggest sellers per capita in the United States here, right?
30 share.
What does that mean?
So for every
I didn't aim to put you on the spot. I know you had 25 Busch Lights, but 30 share, you got to explain to our fans.
for every 100 beer strength, 30 of them are Busch Lights.
You heard that. Every 100 beers, 30 Busch Lights. Keith, he's got the corporate Busch Light and that whole team involved with this event, and really excited. What is whenever this first came to your attention, you didn't know much about tractor pulling, but what's your impressions to this point of the community and the people and everything?
Well, I'll be honest, these are my kind of people. They're Busch Light folks. I see Adam Kester there.
Yeah.
I know him.
So we have this podcast, No Practice Podcast.
Yeah.
You're now famous.
What's this on?
This is No Practice Podcast.
Oh, all right.
No,
I think it's a great community. I'll be honest, like we came out here and we've been setting this up all week. Everybody's very nice. Everybody, it's crazy how much of a family-oriented event this is, and it's great how they bring a ton of people. I mean, yesterday was busier than I would ever imagine on a Tuesday or Wednesday in Evansville. So thank you all for coming out. I hope you have great pulls. Let's go for a full pull!
I paid him to say that. This is the man. He's making all this happen with the team from corporate too. So he was driving through, almost hit me. I needed to make sure we shouted Keith out and thank him. We're still setting up bleachers, but Keith, you the man. Thanks, bro. Sorry to interrupt. I don't know where we were in the questions.
Yeah.
That's okay, Chase. I'll just put you down for a 7th interruption.
It's a new record tonight.
Well, Chase, yeah, it is a new record. Well, other than like the first 2 shows before we had the interruption board, I think there was I don't know, 10 to 20 maybe.
I was kind of not
30.
listening.
They were unprecedented.
Did Adam say that something was childish? I wasn't paying attention. What was that?
Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Do what now?
Oh.
Excuse me?
Where are you at so I can tell you to your face?
Well, I'm right here. I'm looking at
All right, guys. Well,
I didn't hear what was going on.
Well, guys, there was a childish meme shared there, Chase. All right, guys. Well,
Literally
without further ado,
children.
we've got a guest for this show, and without further ado, they're backstage. It is the Bargy family that is going to be joining us this evening to talk some tractor pulling. Gentlemen, how are we doing this evening? All right. We can see
door is spread.
We can see the family here discussing various things, pointing at each other. Guys, can you hear us? You guys may be muted currently. Are you there? Oh, there we go. We've got their attention.
Now we got sound.
There we go. You sound good. Can you hear us, gentlemen?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear us?
Are you there? Yes, I can hear you.
Oh boy. Nope.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay, but we're not getting back through, not through our computer.
Okay, you don't have the show currently like on a TV, do you? Where you got to mute that and turn your computer speakers up?
Get to the point.
Oh no. Yes. I can.
Sorry about this.
Yeah.
Can.
Hey, it's
I
okay.
don't know why, but I'm not
We're
getting
no strangers.
sound through my computer.
We are no strangers to technical difficulties.
I got my computer all the way up.
Okay. I feel like I can hear it playing off in the distance.
Oh, I need a can. Somebody got a can of beer?
Yeah, I watched the.
All right, guys. We're gonna get this sorted out here.
I got my computer all the way up. We're gonna try this.
Okay, can you hear us?
Go back and turn that up so we can hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta keep yours on.
All right.
We're gonna get this sorted out here.
It'll be delayed. It's gonna.
It's that new building blue.
It's gonna be
I did it.
delayed.
It was my fault.
Okay, get on there.
Guys, how we doing? Are we thinking we're good?
Funny enough, I cannot get a can of Busch Light beer around here.
Yes.
Is that right, Adam?
Yeah. You know how hard it is sitting on top of a trailer to get somebody to throw you a beer? When you're drinking out of a cup, it's very hard.
You want me to go get my computer?
All right,
See if it works.
RG family, can you
Well,
hear
I
us?
just
Are
did
we
my
good?
phone. I was doing it on my phone.
Oh yeah, we see some Busch Light being drank there. You know, guys, this is
Here you go,
part of
Adam.
the live show. There you go. This portion is inevitable. I actually had somebody at the Pullers Championship come up to me and he said, "I didn't know that you guys did that show live. I only listened to the recordings of it." And of course we do it live, because how else would we bring these organic moments like this?
Yeah, we would have edited out about 20 minutes of this if we had.
Oh yeah.
It's very hard
Hey,
to do.
we're good. Got it now. Figured out.
We're good?
I had multiple things like that.
Okay.
Me?
Give
Not me.
us a check 1-2 there, Derek.
We're having trouble with the barge.
1-2.
Check 1-2. Okay, so is there a slight
Check
delay
1-2.
that we've got, or are you right here with us?
We're
I
live.
think we're live. We're good to go now.
Brad, I fixed it. Get it hooked to the TV. and
Okay.
fix that.
That's just the volume over there. So anyway,
Hey, thanks for having us, guys.
yep.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Why don't you guys go around the room and introduce yourselves here?
All right. Brad's going to go first. He's coming to the screen right now.
So I'm the second oldest. I'm Brad Bargy.
Yep. Ron number.
Get it going here or what?
Is that an air compressor right here?
Yeah, we got
Somebody had to mess the tires, and we said it was going to do that. So obviously, here's the top crew chief.
All right. I'm Doris. I'm mom of this wife of Ron.
Going to be 58.
58 years this summer. We've been pulling the building.
Give us your best piece of marriage advice for being married 58 years while tractor pulling.
Say yes, dear, a lot.
If you're married.
Well, try to compromise, and kiss every night when you go to bed, and kiss them goodbye in the morning.
Hold up. I gotta interject. Mom always reminded our wives that, look, instead of at the pulling shop, we're gonna pull, and he could be at a bar somewhere.
Yes.
That's right.
Closed captioning on too.
That's good advice. You got something to be thankful there for sure.
That's right. I said if I wanted to talk to him, all I had to do was walk out to the barn. I knew where he was.
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
It's really true. There's a lot of truth to that. I feel like as a whole, tractor pullers are too busy to get themselves into trouble because there's just too much going on.
That's sure. Or we're having a good time.
That's right. Well, gentlemen, you guys are going to be heading to Evansville as well, and you're going to be bringing 1 or 2 tractors.
2. Bringing 2 tractors.
And one of them is a new tractor, yes?
Correct. Basically, one's brand new, and the other one is semi-new because neither one of them have pulled yet with 3 engines on them, the chassis.
Okay.
So it's
one's an entire new chassis and everything, correct?
Correct. Yep.
So who built that set of frame rails underneath of it?
So Modern Machine built that for us.
Modern Motorsports.
Okay, not Modern Machine. That's a big difference.
Okay, what did?
Go ahead, Tyler.
Oh, is Modern Motorsports versus Modern Machine? Is that a big difference between the two? I feel like there's an inside joke there.
So, yeah, I had to write the check twice.
Oh.
So the name is changed.
That's a joke. No, they decided to, there's some changes there a little bit. It's exciting for Brad. So yeah, Modern Machine is separate from Modern Motorsports now. So Modern Motorsports is a pulling custom build shop now.
Very cool. Yeah, I had the privilege of touring their facility, and I can see definitely why they crank out some top-notch equipment when you walk through that place. I feel like you can definitely see where their focus is, but also the amount of equipment and machines they have at their disposal, because they've kind of transitioned from building just parts for anything and everything to taking those machines at their disposal, focusing it on a tractor pulling environment, and seeing what they can make. You can definitely see why so many people are going to them for sure. Now this feels like a commercial for them, but I mean, as much as I want to tease my dad for getting a store-bought chassis, he definitely got a pretty nice piece there for sure.
It definitely is.
What made
very nice piece of equipment.
What made you guys make the change? What do you feel like the advantage is versus the old tractor?
So the chassis we're running was originally Bill Voray's American Thunder 5-engine back in the late 90s, or right there at 2000. So it's had some runs.
Did have new frame rails on it.
And then Larry Pekarski had it. There new rails, new rails were put on that in there. But it's just ran. We needed to save weight. We need to make changes. Get as much front end weight as we can. And we've got every bit of that now. Hopefully that's to our advantage.
Do you dare say how much front end weight you picked up by doing a chassis change?
It's a lot. Yep.
Ask him how much he thinks it weighs there as a driver.
Yep.
How much you think the new tractor weighs
With all the engines here.
with everything on it except the weights?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Now, is this we're talking about unlimited for unlimited or modified?
Either way,
It doesn't matter.
just the chassis.
With 3 turbos.
Well, I'm going to say you guys probably have roughly about 1,200 pounds of movable weight.
Ooh, that's a lot. I'm going to say they've got 1,000 pounds of movable weight.
unlimited.
Who guessed that?
Adam did. That's pretty close, Adam, for the unlimited. Yes. Yep.
So will you put all of that on the front?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. It'll be heavy.
Oh, come on.
The chassis change saved us 400 pounds.
And a bigger rear.
That's impressive.
It is very impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did I hear you say a stouter rear end as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, we upgraded to the new mirror tour.
Very nice, very nice. Is that you guys doing your own painting of the chassis there as well?
Correct.
Yeah, that's we got our supervisor sitting there watching Randy and I right there. We're painting right now.
Dad's supervising.
Now, do you guys take a sophisticated approach like us and just use a rattle can, or do you have more to your process?
Well, we typically do, but this one was more sophisticated. Yeah, we actually had. Yeah.
We actually did a little extra this time.
It looked like you even used primer. We're not even familiar with that concept.
Yeah.
Too much weight.
Yes, we did. Yeah, and there was even
Adam.
Paint. It was it's crazy. Full go.
Oh man, you guys are getting pretty classy. Yeah, my dad, even when it comes to spray painting a chassis, you wouldn't think it's that much weight, but I mean, you pick up an empty can of spray paint versus a full one. And so he has a rule, and our neighbor Dave was helping us, and he said you only get 3 cans of spray paint to paint the entire chassis. You cannot use a fourth.
I couldn't do that.
And so he used those 3 he used those 3 cans as sparingly as possible. And there were some spots when he got done, he's like, Bruce, it's a little light right here and it's a little light right here. And Bruce said, you got 3 cans and 3 cans only. It's done being painted.
Yeah, that's pretty
That
good.
looks safe.
We used probably a half a gallon is what we used.
Okay, that's got to be 5 pounds right there.
So, is this the first brand new tractor you guys had built in a while?
For us,
For us, that we had somebody else build, yes.
Well, yeah.
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 Yeah, this is the first time somebody.
The turbines have never.
Yeah, I mean, it's
been
a
on
big
a race
thing, man.
yet.
Like a new chassis is kind of like, man, it's just it's a very big undertaking to completely redo the tractor, new chassis. I'm sure there was a lot of configuring that you guys wanted to change on it. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. We wanted to get as much weight as we could forward. That's the problem too, obviously, just with all of us sitting here. And this isn't even everybody. We're missing Randy and Galen we only needed 1 or 2 voices talking to Brad to make sure he's not hearing from, getting 6 different opinions all the time.
Right.
On the second, and Galen took the lead on that. But it turned out pretty good. There's obviously minor things here or there that are not that big a deal, just little things that happen. Any new build, nothing that was detrimental and whatever, but it's amazing. It's pretty much perfect, and we are thrilled to display it and get it going down the track and show it off.
That's awesome. What do you guys feel like the most challenging part of the build process of a new tractor is? Because a lot of people don't understand just how much goes into starting from scratch and building one from the ground up.
Answer real quick on money. Putting it in trailer.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
The bottom rail.
Mods are totally different, Tyler. The fenders are different. The height on the ground clearance. Holy shit! We had all the time. I mean, we spent more time working on that than we did finishing it when we got it back in the shop in late March.
I like that because that is one of the inevitable things that you don't even think about. I mean, even when Bruce and I built our last round of mini rods, we get them all done, and all of a sudden we realize mine won't fit under the lift in the trailer. So mine always must go on the top of the lift.
Yep.
And his goes underneath. And that's something we didn't even think about. We make the fenders, we get it wrapped, it looks all pretty sitting there in the shop. And then all of a sudden you go to load it and you're like, oh shit, this one won't fit underneath. This one has to go up top. And we turn around and we look at the other one sitting there in the shop and we're like, those fenders are 2 inches shorter, right? That one will fit under the lid.
Yeah, because that's what we had to do. First of all, just getting it home, we knew we were going to have a problem because it dragged and the front tires were off the ground. 8 inches, just bare chassis, putting it in the trailer. I don't know, it's like
6 inches.
6 or 8 inches off the ground. It's 4 inches lower than the other one. So we spent a week, brand new trailer, modifying and building amps on that, loading it. We had to flip them around. The judge usually went in the back. Now it's got to go forward. Almost ripped off the brand new fenders, loading it the first time. There's a 3-hour process.
Adam knows all about that.
I know all about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's why hopefully, we got everything done so we could do all that. And that way, tomorrow morning should be a smooth 30-minute load.
Very nice. Well, you guys must be comfortable for you guys to waste the time to come on and talk to us the night before you load. So at what point did the dust settle and everything was ready to go?
No,
yesterday?
I'd say about 4 days ago.
Beginning of the week or over the weekend. I don't know if anybody saw, we did spin the tires. Then we had some things to change and up. And tomorrow night, and then, same thing, just making some passes and fine tuning and get everything dialed in. We're looking forward to it.
When you say spun the tires, what did that process look like to test things?
Hey, go ahead.
We hooked it. Mark Bingham's. He's only 10 miles south of us down at Greenville, so we went to his place and hooked them up and ran them down the track.
Okay. Would you consider that practice?
Yeah, that was good practice.
Yep.
Make 3 more.
What did you learn from that?
Some engines are not 100% yet.
Yep.
Some sensors aren't working, and
Gear ratio.
we had a planetary issue already.
Really? What kind of planetary issue did you have?
Cheers, friends.
I don't think you heard it.
Better late than never, right?
We need cat planets.
Yeah. Yep. So one thing 10,000 horsepower tears up is sun gears and planetaries.
Was this the first pass on a brand new set of planetaries, or was this a used set?
No.
Tyler, they're used. That's one thing we took off the old tractor.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm glad to hear at least it wasn't a brand new set of planetary gears that decided to exit the chat already. So you mentioned 10,000 horsepower. These motors, talk to us about how turbines are limited according to the rules as far as overspeed, what they're rated for, etc., to get to that 10,000 horsepower number.
I'll do that. Derek's going to hook something up here to show you guys, everybody that's watching, and you guys as well, the internal workings of a cutaway of a T55 turbine, which is the ones we run, made by Light. And understand the turbines we run, actually, most of them were built in the 1970s. And a couple in the 50s, as Dad reminded me. So these are very old. Most of them almost all of them ran in the military at one point or another. And then were considered a timed out. So their hours hit their military limit, whether they were good or bad. Then they go to a military stockyard. That's our fire and a brown gas turbine, finds them for us, rebuilds them, puts them on the dyno, and go from there. Now, the ratings are military ratings at 100% of N1 speed, and that's what we try to run them at. We have an overspeed that will kill the engine at 105%. That is set. It has to be set at 107, but we set them at 105. So, yeah, but that's what we NTPA and PPO.
Okay, well, let's see this demonstration.
Oh, good.
Let's see this demonstration of how the inner workings of a turbine functions, because I honestly have really no clue. I know that there's some blades in there and some hot air. I'm almost wondering if this is a genuine illustration or if it's just a bit of silliness you're about to show us.
I wish I would have brought my other shirt, but this is a good demonstration. Give me 10 seconds. We're going to lose you here.
Okay. Adam, could you even tell us how a turbine engine works?
I think it's a series of fans that compress air and output them as thrust. And you clean it out with soapy water. That's about all I know about it. They fly airplanes.
You're on the team, Adam. He knows.
Yeah.
Nope, they don't fly airplanes. Turbines only fly helicopters.
Only helicopters.
They got a shaft.
What? That's not true.
Well, and
Turbojet.
It's a series of fans. Yes.
Okay.
Here, right?
So, Derek, walk us through what we're looking at here.
Give me something to point with. So this is the intake right here. So like you said earlier, the air comes in, and these are compressor blades here. So we're compressing the air. And we go all the way to the outside here. We mix with fuel as we turn, and this is the burn area.
that's where our spark plugs are at.
Yep, that's where our spark plugs are at. And then we cross two blades here that run the compressor section. So there's two drive shafts in an engine. So it drives the compressor, and then you have the PT, the power turbine wheel, that runs the drive shaft that comes out back here.
To the gearbox.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
I feel like I understand it a lot more than I ever used to. I still have so many questions.
Yeah, you suck it, you squeeze it, you bang it, and you make power.
You got any Purcell?
Okay.
It took us many years to get where we're at today. So right here is the fuel control. It's a mechanical fuel control. So that's why sometimes when you see a turbine tractor not run very well, it's because of this right here. Because no matter what you want it to do, this thing is going to override you and do what it wants to do.
Okay. So if you were to measure the boost per se as it's exiting that compressor area, like how many pounds of boost are we talking? You know, we run supercharged engines. We're used to, 40 to 50 pounds of boost. How many pounds of quote unquote boost is a turbine building before that is mixed with fuel and it's ignited?
Idle works boost.
What's that?
At idle, we're making 40 pounds at idle before we leave the line. We're looking to make 100 pounds of boost. And then the smaller engine will just make like 70.
Okay, so 100 pounds of boost, we're talking serious stuff there. When you talk the overspeed rating that's mandated, in different sanctioning bodies and organizations, how do they go about checking, policing, or, regulating that sort of thing?
So we take the overspeeds to them, or they come to our shop, and they have a box, so we put it on, and it gets spun up, and then it has to turn itself off before 110%, and then we record the serial numbers that are set with their sticker and TPA and PPL, and everything's recorded. And then it's all sealed with a sticker. And if it's ever broken, if something happens and they see that steel was broken, then they know it was tampered with. But we don't want to do that because, I mean, it's just going to tear up an engine.
And yeah, we don't want to hurt it.
Yeah.
That's why when our shit does break, our engines turn off. We've never had an engine not turn off.
Okay.
Our shit breaks. So.
That's actually pretty interesting. There's a lot more going on there than what I ever imagined there was as far as policing that sort of thing. So it sounds like there is a pretty good system in place there. How much do you think, how much are you aware of people turning them up to say, could you go 150%? Would it survive, or would it just centrifugally throw itself apart?
They might, but the compressor blades themselves,
they don't last.
Once you get up over 105%, they start to stretch and they'll destroy themselves.
So boat racers don't have any rules like we do. So they're pushing them to 130 and they're destroying the fuel controls. Like we're losing parts because of these guys because they're destroying so much. So.
So
have the boat racers literally ruined the supply of turbines because they've destroyed so much stuff because of lack of rules?
Certain series, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to get where we're at with the engines that we have, I mean, this has been a 3-year deal in the works to get here.
Yeah.
Waiting to find parts, to get them, and it's not, it's just you buy stuff and you have to wait until something else comes available. And luckily, we were able to come across some here that ran they were in the fracking industry, ran a water pump, and so they had a very kosher life, and
no dirt.
That has helped. When we get them, that they're at a high level of performance already. There wasn't a lot of damage or anything, so that's one thing that's definitely helped. Getting those engines.
It makes tires completely different than the piston motors you guys run, where you guys can order stuff from somebody. There's no ordering for us whatsoever. It is Cody getting out his Rolodex and calling his contacts at all these Texas and Florida surplus places and seeing what they've got available in their junkyard.
So that's interesting. Obviously, it's just a mechanical part. You could reproduce that. Is it just the cost because of the way things are manufactured that it's just not even an option?
The new fuel controls that are being built cost more than the engine itself.
Wow.
So, Bargy team, hello again. Sorry I'm late. But the question I've been wanting to ask you all day, forgive me if you've already touched on this, but it's no secret you guys have figured something out a lot the last year or so. Can you reveal exactly what that was with the turbines, or in a nutshell what that means or what you did to make a jump and put the turbines back out front? Just tell us what you did.
We found the right bag of shit and it worked. We threw it against the wall and it stuck.
Out of all the combinations.
So we ran through all the
tires
options.
helped the most. Mitas tires.
Adam, Mitas tires have changed things a lot for us. Yes.
When those came out, that jumped us right back because we were one wheeling so bad there, and then when these Mitas come out,
I'll give props to the brother that's not here, Galen and Derek both. There are techies when it comes to all things data, and that has helped too. We're getting much deeper into our data. We track everything that the turbine does and everything on the tractor, and we're able to tweak and do better. So, and these engines, we found them fracking engines from 3 years ago. We started running them a little bit last year, and they're just better engines. So they're just.
So let me ask you, when it comes to the turbines, can you explain in maybe a gear ratio sense of how hard it is to manage a gear ratio based on the engine overspeeding? Because once it overspeeds, it shuts off.
Yeah.
So
what gear you running?
Yeah. So
60.
It's fickle.
Yeah,
It's tough.
I mean,
There's a fine line to be
it's
found.
We've
been super slow and super fast, Chase.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that there's actually these two tractors have two different ratios in them from each other to see. So,
but that has
Just
been
so
one
for
of the
fans,
things. Go ahead, Adam.
for fans, sorry, for Tyler, give me another one. Fans that are watching you in class, what do you all change much, or you just run it as you run the mod class, or when you step up besides the weight? In terms of running unlimited,
Just step up the weight. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Just
it's the same setup that we run in the mod class. Just all we do is put more weight on.
and we know we don't have enough for the unlimited class.
do you change the
You
gear
guys are
when you
allowed to run.
Okay,
What's that, Chase?
Say it again, Chase.
I said, so that means you don't change gears with more weight. I'm asking that because we run a light modified 6200, but if we want to step up and run the 7400, we have to. I don't think we can run the same gear. We have to shift a little bit. I'm just. You don't have to tell me. I'm just curious, honestly.
No, I will tell you that we don't change. You can obviously drive it harder because there's going to be more load back there. Your tractor weighs more, so we can leave a little harder. But we don't change gear ratios between the two classes.
if you guys
Can you explain the drivability of the Urban?
I was going to bring that up because a light combing engine is very different in its performance ability of drivability than a GE. And there's nobody else that will be on a national circuit with a light combing powered turbine. The only other teams that run them are the Pesches, which is for the light mod, basically out there in the Outlaws, and Brents, and they run those. But otherwise, everybody else in the country, even Don Dean, he's got GE. The Walshes is all GE. So anyway, they're much more throttle responsive. I'll put it that way. If you've never seen us, we've actually throttled the turbine during a run and came back to life and made a heck of a pass. And most people said that can never be done with a turbine.
Very, very cool. Is it true that turbines have the fastest wheel speed in tractor pulling?
They can have.
I'd put them up there against anybody but who's dominating? Brandon Simon.
Simon's, yeah.
His look pretty fast.
Yeah, Simon's has a that's the thing, the whole thing, which you guys, and in your class, your mini class is a perfect example. It's just like any mod class, it's a drag race. It's how fast can you go from 0 foot to 100 foot, and then after that, continue to build as much speed before the sled hits you. I mean, that's the biggest thing that in all those classes. But I think the mini rods, any modified class, unlimited, as fast as you can go from 0 to 100 foot to 150. If you have the most ground speed, then you're going to win, because you got to just get the whole boat moving before it hits you. And you got to have the gear ratio for that, which I think at BG the one year, watching the light mod class run, there was too many people in my opinion, had a slow gear ratio, and when they hit full throttle, they had no more tire RPM, to gain, and so their actual ground speed did not accelerate any further. So the pan then would drop and cause all the bouncing. You got to have the tires still accelerating. You got to have, You got to have the ground speed. That way that pan, because if they want to float that pan, the pan's got to stay up until it just nice and smooth comes down. You got to have a taller gear now, I believe, to make that all happen. And you got to drive it that way.
I really, you know, I'm fortunate we compete in multiple classes, and you say that your statement, it doesn't matter, like if I'm talking to my buddies that run street stock puller trucks back home, or, you know, whatever class is, pulling as a concept, you just hit it, get us going as fast as you can at 100 feet and have enough shit to carry that thing through there. There's just a lot of different ways to do it depending on the class. So it's kind of funny, you know, we cut up about gear ratios, and like everybody, what works for one guy doesn't work for the next, but the concept of what everyone's trying to do is the same. And however you can get there, I guess, is what separates the best from the worst. So good take from hearing it from a turbine guy. So maybe that'll help me run mini rod better, Adam.
Might. Hey, I can't say anything. I only know what works for me right now, and it could be. The funny thing is that you can have a setup that works and then it doesn't. And you know, I think people get lost in between for a long time, and you either gotta go one way or the other, and maybe you just don't go far enough.
And the other thing, I was talking to someone about this other day, but like everyone's competitive, so you don't want to sit in your hands and get your ass beat and not do anything. But sometimes you get beat 20 feet. Like 20 feet's really not that big of a change if you just do one little thing different, right? So sometimes I think it's myself, I'm my own worst enemy. Like, oh, we gotta go farther, when you really just need to change a little bit of something. Yeah, but I still don't listen to that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more that if you were to gauge everybody's speed at, say, 100 feet, and you just quit watching from there on forward, I would say you could almost pick a lineup 10 out of 10 just based on the actual ground speed that the individual's tractors have at 100 feet. And if you overlay different data points on the race pack, you can see a good run from a bad run, ignoring the last 200 feet and looking solely at the first 100 feet.
That's
the
what
rest
Adam does
is
on his
just
race
the
pack.
result of the.
Yeah, my race pack tells me
What's
all
that?
that information.
Yeah, they're picking on me because Adam doesn't even have a race pack. Here I am pouring myself through data.
I don't know how he does it. Yeah, I remember you guys talking about that before. I don't know how you do that, Adam, with 3 tractors.
Hey,
Tyler, we used to have
I can complicate anything, so any more chances I have to complicate my brain anymore, I'm going to be it's not a good situation. Simple for me is the easiest. That way I can eliminate. Usually it's the guy sitting in the seat that's making the mistakes.
His data collection is having 3 tractors.
Yeah. Well, that being said, you know, but having 3 tractors, you know what's really funny? I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Having 3 tractors in the mini rod class, it really doesn't mean anything because we can't change gears, right? And there's not really, I mean, the only thing you can really do different is drive them different. So I don't feel there's really that much of an advantage to having 3 tractors because it's set in stone what you're going to do. You can only change it a little bit. And if you look at mine, it's even funnier if you look at it sometimes. Sometimes the first tractor does the best and the other 2 get worse. So if anything, I think it might hurt me sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Adam. After running 2 minis all season last year, there's times I would make a pass with the one and I would convince myself that the track would have taken it and I should have driven more aggressive. But now you're defaulting to a mindset of how you're going to drive versus the feel of the tractor.
Right.
And like an idiot, you ignore your surroundings. You just have a number in your mind where you're going to be wide open. And you go out there and you do worse because you have this preconceived notion of what you should have done differently rather than trying to feel it out in the heat of the moment. And all you do is hurt yourself.
Yeah,
so that doesn't
every
surprise
time
me to
last
hear at
year
all.
that I felt like I needed to get more aggressive, and I'm going to add some timing, the tractor went backwards. Like I thought, hey, I'm going to make a little adjustment here. It can take more power. And it did not work that way. Every time I tuned them up, I went backwards. So that tells me on my setup that I'm on the high side and that maybe I need to calm it down or even be less at different places at times.
I was talking about this the other day and it actually made me think. So the State of the Union current day, what is it, May 27th, 2026? You think the adjustments with the driving for you, like a track to track, you just change how you drive, and you think that is what's been successful?
Well, I think
Because I started watching, I think you're right.
I think you get a notion in your head, like even as me as like an engine builder, there's a lot of banter about who makes more power, or this engine's better than this one, or this one pulls a faster gear than this one, or whatever, and that gets in your head really bad.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, it was kind of funny because Bruce was like, last weekend I had a problem. I changed a fuel pump on a tractor when it ended up being the ignition switch. And Bruce was like, if you'd look at my tractor from time to time, maybe you'd see what we do. But see, that's where I default. I can get lost in my own sauce. So if I only just pay attention to my own stuff, it helps me more. If I start worrying about what other people are doing or saying, it does not affect you in a negative fashion. So I think what I've learned more about anything is that the engine does make enough power. Is it the most? I don't know. But it does make good power, and I can feel it a certain way, and it works for me.
It's easy.
I'll add, that's right there. It's not a horsepower competition.
No.
Getting what you have.
It's the use of horsepower.
Right.
It's practical. Who's
I
got
mean,
the right
in
setup?
theory, I put an engine together that makes less horsepower than my other ones. In theory, it makes more horsepower, less torque. We're in pulling. Torque is supposed to be better than horsepower, and then that engine wins. So I don't know. I really don't know.
Yep.
It's crazy.
What we're learning here, guys, is it's easy for Adam to kick all of our asses and then say, I don't look at other people's stuff. Because where's he going to look? The guy he just beat? A lot you're going to learn from that.
So the best week, like you're asked me by Adam's, just not go to the pool. So your turn this week.
I know Adam last because
hey, dude,
you jumped off the podcast.
19,
You jumped off the podcast 2 weeks ago, and
I'm sorry, 2019 to 2025, I did terrible.
Well, you have redeemed yourself.
Give him an interruption.
You have redeemed yourself, because I know. Yeah, when you got off the podcast 2 weeks ago, you worked almost all night to get everything ready to go. It was. You had a nice pull over the weekend down there. So, congrats on that.
I mean, you guys have to say the same thing. You guys struggled for a long time running out of bounds. Couldn't get the tractor to hook up. I mean, you guys were doing a lot of different things, and it just wasn't working. You put a set of tires on, maybe you change a little gear ratio, maybe the way you drive it, all of a sudden those tractors are very dominant.
Competitive.
They're very competitive now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then the new chassis, hopefully.
Fun to watch.
They are.
Well,
I think in a world where we're actually, say what you want, but the sleds were built to really not be in favor of the turbines.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They didn't
Thank
like
you. Who
it.
said that? Adam, thank you. Yes.
I mean, it's kind of the truth. I mean, turbines, they kind of got a bad rep there for a while, and I think they are entertaining, and they have their place in the show for it. But I think a lot of the flack came from how long it takes for them to get spooled up and run. But your guys just don't take that long to get going anymore.
No, we're pretty quick. These like Holmans, they start up pretty fast. They don't take a whole lot to get up to speed.
What does take so long to get the thing spooled up? Is it battery powered?
It can be.
It all depends on number one. What is it, a Lycoming or a GE 64? And then what are you using to start? Are you using battery? Don Dean uses, hydraulic on that Honda motor, so he doesn't want to break his pump, so he goes really easy and slow on it. So that's why it takes him the full 3 minutes. But we run 36 volt to our starters. So we have 3 batteries on the tractor, and then we have 6 in the Geo. So we got 3 sets of series of 36 to really shock the system. So we spin them over pretty hard.
That starter weighs 85 pounds.
Wow.
You guys got a battery sponsorship?
We tried.
Can you insure batteries? Damn. 9 batteries. Jesus. For one vehicle. Yeah. Damn.
Well, for two.
Hey, we should get an electric vehicle sponsor. We should be an EV sponsor.
Yeah, right? Tesla, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get a Cybertruck, and that'll be our tow vehicle next year.
There you go. Do you guys feel like the rules are acceptable the way they are for turbines, given your recent findings, or do you feel like they are kind of limited by the rules, and given the horsepower advancements of V8 supercharged engines, they need to allow a little bit more for that engine combination?
So with PPL, they were always talking and had a conversation, and we were maybe a little bit behind, but we were right there. Each year, obviously with the automotive engine, there's different advancements in technology, better stuff. So yeah, we were falling behind. Tires helped bring us back, but in the NTPA, in the 4-engine mod class, the horsepower limit was 7,500.
2 years
ago. 2 years ago before that. So yeah, we were.
We would have never ran.
We tried. We 1 year. I mean, we switched around and did all kinds of work, and we're right there. And was 30 plus feet, 60 foot, 100 foot back on the second night. And that year, I was happy that NTPA then they upped their limit. It is now 9460, and that's where we sit. And within PPL at that time changed their with the overdrive. So NTPA and PPL are the same. That way people can just cross over without having to change any pulleys or any gears. So that has helped. And so that's helped that they lowered them. And now we're right. We feel like we're right there. I mean, it's shown. I mean, we only ran a couple of times. I know some people made comments about us turbine tractors and, whooping it butt and this and that. But like, that was a one-time deal, do it consistently. I don't know. I mean, we won one time. And that was funny too, because in Hillsboro, Galen was driving and he drove it to prove a point to another brother that it would not work. And he won.
You got to love that. I've had a similar experience with my dad trying to tell me how I should set up my tractor. And I decided to finally listen to him to prove him wrong when I took it out to Farley, Iowa. And I put like 15 feet on the class and ended up winning the Grand National pullout there. And there's actually a picture of me mid-pass with my hand half off the wheel holding it up. Like, you have to be kidding me, because I could not fathom the amount of ground speed it had in that moment. And of course, struggled to replicate it since then. But I was like, fine, you think you know what you're talking about? I'll do exactly what you're saying. I'll show you it doesn't work. And then it worked.
Yeah. Yeah, these old guys know a little bit, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Sometimes we hate to admit it, but, they are the reason we're here and into this. So, sometimes we got to swallow our pride and acknowledge that. So.
Yep.
There for a while, I feel like it was a thing with the turbine guys, specifically Don Dean, where he was injecting some water into turbines, and they tried telling him he couldn't inject water into it. So he had water misting nozzles all around the inlets, and he said, I'm not injecting water into the turbine. I'm injecting water into the air around the turbine. If it happens to take that air in, that's not my fault. Talk about that whole rule process.
Don Dean was taking chamois, soaking them with water, and laying them on the nets around the intake. It wasn't injecting; he was just pulling some water.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, he probably did that. So yeah, we are allowed to inject water, and then there was times when they were going back and forth on the water deal of not allowing,
especially in the region and state.
Yeah, especially the region level when Don was running, and state level. So that's always, those little things back and forth. Depends who you're running with, so. But yeah, water, it helps fill some cavities when you're on the compression side. So then that water, then obviously that water gets warm, and then you're creating some steam when it goes through everything. So I mean, you're increasing your boost.
What would unlimited water injection do for a turbine engine's horsepower?
Unlimited?
If you had unlimited and if you put a water hose in it, you'll put the fire out. There's too much water.
Okay.
There's a balance there. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a gallon is like the maximum run. Maybe if you in a 64 they might run more because they can handle it, but a Lycoming does not handle the same amount as a GE 64.
So I didn't know if it could be a thing where, hey guys, if you're running in the unlimited class, you can put as much water as you want into it. Would there be some horsepower to be gained there from where you're currently at?
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely increase it, but we don't want to dump a bunch of water. It would stall it out. It would be okay. It would go backwards. Because now you're just killing the blades, trying to spin in there. It's just causing problems.
Sure. What on earth inspired you to look at that cylindrical shape of all these fans in a row and think, I want to learn how to work on that. I'm going to buy the first one. Where did that begin?
We want to stay different.
This guy right here. We get tired of working on Allison engines and
not finding.
And just the horse. You try to push them harder and they just keep breaking.
Okay.
So
we wanted to stay military.
Yeah, been being friends with Gardner Stone and watching that, and being in the Air Force and Allisons were obviously a dying breed at the time, so turbine engines were also a dying breed and just kind of the outlier, and he just went down that path, and we looked around a lot of things and talking to a lot of different people, he decided that Lycomings were the way to go. That's what we started with T60, the 53s.
Got a story for you that's tied to this. Who's the only person that Gardner's 4-engine general stage full tractor besides Gardner? Besides his grandson.
LD.
Ron.
Say that one more time.
Who's the only person to drive the general 4-engine turbine of Gardner Stone's that wasn't family of Gardner's?
Adam says Ron Bargy.
Yep, that guy.
Dan Mayer over here whispered in his ear.
Where was it, Dad?
Wyoming.
Yeah, Wyoming. I thought it was Wyoming in 1991.
That's right, it was Wyoming.
And he never forgot. He said that was an awesome ride.
What do you guys feel like Gardner Stone was doing differently back in the day to set him apart and make him so competitive? Was it just that the piston engines weren't on that level, or was he doing something unique with those engines?
They were not. He was way before the time of the piston engine power curve. Yes.
He ruined it for everybody else.
Yeah.
He sure did.
Oh, that's the way it goes. That's tractor pulling.
Yep.
Yep.
Anybody that wins, everybody else is against them.
Yeah.
That's right.
No matter, it's whatever sport you're in.
But
Gardner was the Allison guy before turbines too, right?
And
he had Allison engines as well.
That in the turbine world that other people didn't realize, and he never shared that with us till recently, to be honest. And I'm not going to go to the details.
So that's what happened.
And
so the bag of shit you threw against the wall had Gardner Stone's name on it.
Yep.
I like it.
He's been a great friend of Dad's and our family, and even Joe Etter has been great about this new chassis build, which we're excited to show off here in a moment. He was very instrumental in sharing some things with us about his chassis and so forth. So,
well, let's talk about that then.
Well, we're going to show you, and we can talk about it. So,
as a matter of fact.
All right, let's do it.
Which tractor you want to start with?
Let's start with let's start with the jury first, and then explain the difference.
So the jury obviously was a twin, and all we did was change it to a triple.
But there's a lot more to that. Yeah.
So the gearbox is a SCS gearbox, and we had to hurry Craig up because we had it ordered last winter, and then we broke the old banner box that was on there. So we had to tell Craig we need this gearbox now, and then they come out with the rule that Iron Man has to be put on top of the blanket. So this is a Engler chassis from probably what did you guys figure out?
Right at 99 or 98. Yeah, so this chassis was built by Tim Engler. We figured about 1999. Now, Brad Corporal did do some modifications to the front end and the rear end to strengthen it. Went over all the welds 3 years ago. So a total rehab of it, but the rails themselves were Tim Engler.
Very cool. You guys made the comment of Iron Man has to be over the blanket. Is that a good rule or a bad rule?
It's probably good.
It's probably good. I mean, safety is very important because that night that gearbox broke, my brother Randy was driving, and we prayed that night and prayed continuously because if there was more people there that night, somebody would have got hurt. Thankfully, it was a night where nobody was there, so nobody was hurt.
That's fair. How fast are those gears spinning in that gearbox?
They're 1-to-1, so they were. And now the load wasn't even on it, so they were probably about 8,000 when it let go. And so I don't know. There was something obviously wrong that went from everything fine to there was a problem because the load wasn't even on it yet. He was just at 100 foot, just past it. And he wasn't, it was about 70% when it.
Typically our gearbox return close to 10,000.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. Well, it's a beautiful looking piece. So is this the most revamping you guys have ever done in an off season?
Absolutely. Holy cow.
Yeah. For 2 tractors. Yes.
Yeah. Luckily we got a lot of us because we took a lot.
So let's look at the other one. What'd you do to the other one?
Yep. And now Brandon, we're going to show you the new one. Yeah.
So we got to say, we got a lot of, besides the brothers, and then we got some people that help.
Yeah.
Brian Diekman was instrumental this year. Rod Hendrickson, he's helped in the past, and this year, then he helped on the trailer to get a lot of stuff modified. Those 2 guys are definitely our fabricators. So here is the new AP1 Insurance Judge, next generation.
Same gearbox?
Yep.
Yes, SCS gearbox. We've had this gearbox since 2010, 2011.
I know it's a little off
So
subject. Where did the name the Judge come from?
When Dad first got into pulling, he wanted something different, and he liked the color and the name of the 19. Where are you going?
Is that left-handed throttle? It is. No, it's backwards. Oh yeah, they're weird.
You like the what year was it?
1969.
Yeah, the 1969 Pontiac GTO Judge.
Hugger orange.
There you go.
Hang on, Adam. I want to show you something. You may not see this very often.
I feel a positivity check coming. Oh my!
Yeah, racetrack. Look at that.
Adam just fell off the back of the trailer. The blue right got me. Hey Tyler, let's get some blue lights. You know what's funny? And when Adam's in his driver's seat, just go up and shine it in his eyes. You know what's funny? I have 3 race packs.
We should get a handheld race pack with battery power. When Adam's in his seat, just go flip it on. Like, good luck, buddy.
And then
So the roll cage in this one is very similar to a lot of the others that have started to move it forward and lower compared to the other one. You know, it's 21 inches closer. Yep. Than over here.
Now, you could move that significantly further forward. You know that, right?
But
we did a lot of calculations.
And then Brad
advises against it for the twist of our chassis.
Make it two. You make it.
Okay. So you need that roll cage for rigidity in the back. You want to let the frame rails flex out front, basically.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. So that's wild looking at that. All three motors are going through one clutch, correct?
So it's not a clutch. We use a clutch can, but it's not a clutch. We have our gearbox brake. There's 4 disc brakes on there on a rotor.
There's a brake rotor in there, and there's 4 calipers in there to hold it when you at the starting line.
So there is no clutch whatsoever.
Okay,
right?
The clutch
you can stall
is the power wheel at the exhaust. That's the clutch, because we're in gear holding the power wheel as we bring it up at the line.
Air pushes past it.
So this right here is our line lock. So this is our line lock, and then down here is our gearbox brake to pump and lock everything up tight as we are tight to the sled. And then, we start winding it up, and then we'll use this as a clutch as we release it, and then we'll slowly let off that brake as we are bringing the RPMs up.
Delete.
Interesting. I never knew there was that much to leaving the line with one of those, to be honest.
Yep, absolutely. There's a finesse to it on different tracks.
Yeah. And so that's one thing that also has helped us here lately. Again, we've different people driving. We all want to win, and somebody doing things different and seeing their results and how well they're doing.
Hence, Brother Galen's win at Hillsboro when he was all pissed off. I'm going to show these guys it won't work. We told him to drive like a bat out of hell, like hard, because he drove too soft, and he did, and he won.
I love it.
He said it won't handle it. That you got to drive it out there 30 feet. And we're like, hell no, drop the fucking hammer. Sorry, drop the hammer and go.
Quit being a bitch. Don't drive like a bitch.
And it worked. I love it.
Yeah.
So is it fair to say that's what we're going to see more of from here on out?
Well, it depends on what track you're on.
The track does determine that. You guys know that. I mean, if it can take it, you give it to it.
Yeah, Hillsboro is a very, very good track. It can handle that.
I tried that at Hillsboro, about killed himself.
Well, it would in a mini.
Yeah, in a mini rod it would, right? Sorry, Hillsboro's a big tire track.
Okay.
Small tire too. It hurts you.
So with your guys' knowledge in turbines, speaking of mini rods, do you feel like the rule set would allow a turbine to have some success in the mini rod class, just nobody has done it? Or
the mini rods are too light. The mini rods are too light.
Okay.
Yeah, too light. So the horsepower from the turbine, the same as you guys deal with now, it would be, I don't know. I mean, I never say never, I guess, with the new changes. Larry Richrine and his son Robert tried it. It
did not work.
Yeah.
Wanted to bounce a lot.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say I love the idea of someone. I think someone could pull it off. I'm for it. Let someone do it. Nick right over there, our nephew, he wants.
Guy, Tyler Slaw.
Yep, Tyler.
I think you guys are the ones to do it.
No, maybe someday. Maybe someday
we'll sell
you like a mini Art Arfons.
Sell you that engine that's up there in that crate right there. We're gonna sell you that engine, Tyler, someday. You can try it.
How much you want for it?
It's worth a lot.
Don't threaten Bruce with a good time.
Really? What does one of those things go for?
Okay, so the Lycoming T55, there's lots of series out there. They're all hard to find. So anywhere from, depending on the quality, so you're going to low end, maybe it's missing a fuel control, it's missing some parts. You might get it for 40,000. If it's set and ready to go, 80,000.
I want a fracking water pump unit.
And remember, I'm still buying one that's built in the 1960s or 70s. I found one of these online, Tyler, from a Whispering Turbine that just timed out. Okay, so it's not airworthy. I don't know what a guy's going to use it for. He wanted 300,000 for it.
It's fresh. Good.
Yeah, that's pretty pricey.
Yeah.
Well, I give you guys a lot of credit for sticking with it and showing that it can be done with enough perseverance, because it is fun to watch, and it's cool to see any competitor that, you know, deals through the hard time and then sees some success with it. That's like the tractor pulling story right there.
Hey,
Everybody
so I
wants to
figured
see
it out.
that.
So you need to tell us about AP1 so you can buy one of these things
And insure your turbines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of you, damn it.
I've thought
give us
about
the-
it. I guess I just don't understand what it totally does. So give us a sales pitch.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, AP1 can insure your pulling tractor anytime, Adam, besides when it's going down the track. So when it's sitting in your shop and you're away and you're afraid, you know.
If it's at anybody else's shop.
So if there's a fire at
Accident going down the road.
the event, if somebody, all the towing around, you got some yahoos driving around sometimes towing things, someone gets damaged. But yeah, to and from the event, it's going to be covered because there's a lot of miles and traveling we do. So it's going to cover it, the property value. There's no liability there on the track or anything, but we do have a GL that you can add. But the main thing is it'll protect your tractor from any
It's gonna
damage.
protect your investment. And it's
Exactly.
replacement costs, no depreciation. So if you've all been in the insurance world and had a claim on something, a lot of times you go, well, we got to here's that value you had. Well, now we're going to depreciate it because it's X amount of years old. That's not the case. Our carrier replaces it at cost. So at replacement cost. So
Give us the best success story of it.
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So a guy got a policy with us, and 6 months later he called me and apologized profusely that he had to open a claim up. He lost his engine in a fire. His engine was at somebody else's shop, and that puller did not have any insurance. Lost his two-wheel drive truck, I believe.
Yeah, it's a customer of mine, both of them.
Yeah, Tennessee. And
Good thing. Hey, here's the best
Adam
part.
did not tell them to set the
Hey,
well, they froze up. They were going.
Yeah, that's right. He was interrupting.
Yeah, he was.
the best
Yeah.
part about the story is he lost to Hemi and he got an MBR out of the deal.
There you go.
Careful,
That's what
this could be
insurance
interesting.
is for.
Hey, look at that. Insurance paid for it, Adam.
There you go. Yeah, we turned the key
Adam,
in.
hey, man, I really want an MBR engine. I got a way to fix that. You got AP1? Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll stop now before it gets cut off.
Yeah. Check in a month time. He had his check. He showed.
That's true. That is a 100% true statement. I know that because I got that check.
There you go.
We had a claim once ourselves. An old tractor came unhooked
Just rolled around.
and rolled in, and it ruined the fenders banging into the car lift. And they
See,
paid to replace
I
it.
could have had both sets of fenders taken care of that I screwed up.
Dude, it's not our fault. You just got. I mean, it's like most of our guys spend like
So-
$2,500 a year. That's it.
What was that I'm trying to say?
We have a lot of we have some pullers. We watch this. What other type of recreational things could
Well,
a person or insure that normally a normal provider can't? Like,
yeah. So Farmer Bruce now has a dirt drag car, and I insure those already. I told him, I said, I can insure that, Bruce. He said, I'll think about it. I insure some drag racing cars, some muscle cars. I insure some late model circle track stuff. We can do pretty much anything motorsport wise. I got some little midget cars that some people have, 5, 6, a dozen of those babies that, that value stacks up. You at the end of the day, when you look at what you have, you don't realize how much money you invested. After
we'll cover
10,
the spare parts, all the tools that are in that
all the
shop
tires
that are tied to all the tires.
Yep. Especially with the, dirt track guys, they got, 20 sets, 50 sets of tires throughout the year. I mean, you don't want those to go up in a fire or something like that. So yeah, we insure pretty much anything and everything motorsport wise. Monster trucks, I insure some monster trucks as well.
That's pretty cool for sure, especially to hear stories. There's no depreciation, it's replacement cost. You get that check and you can decide to pivot from there, like in Adam's scenario, if the guy wanted to change his motor programs. But it's just you don't hear success stories like that with insurance nowadays. Typically it's the runaround, it's nothing but a horror story, and you wonder what the hell you're even paying premiums for. So that's pretty cool to hear nowadays.
Well, that's the thing too, we use it ourselves. We write a big check every year, and we're not going to go out and sell something that doesn't work.
Right. Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. What's the best way to get a hold of you guys for that?
So yeah, you can call us at 877-452-3012, or go to agprotect1.com. We got an online form for the motorsports application sitting right there.
It's right on the homepage.
Or go to our Facebook page, AP1 Insurance.
Very cool. Very cool, guys. Well, before we let you go, we got to run you through a series of questions before we get into some other staples. So we're going to get into the rapid fire questions before we get into our 2 truths and 1 lie segment here. Let you boys get situated here.
Pop.
I suppose to keep it short and sweet, if you guys want to collectively give one answer to these questions, because you all strike me as a group that can easily agree on one thing and not have differing opinions. We've learned that tonight.
That sounds like a loaded statement.
Yeah. All right, guys. When it comes to RJ's semi or Brandon's 4-engine mod, same sled setting, who is going to win that?
Semi.
I'm going to say semi.
I would say I'm going to go with the semi.
You're going to go with the semi. Okay. I still want to see that happen, but good answer. All right. Who would make a better magician, Rich Schaefer or Marvin Epperson?
Rich Schaefer.
That's fair. If you had to eat 5 pounds of one food before eating something else, what would you choose?
You're a big eater.
Yeah. Whole pork.
Pulled pork, great answer. How many anteaters do you think you could collectively take in a fight at one time?
This is that. How many Ronnie can you take? You like to fight.
Muscle.
You like to tussle.
5. I feel like that's fair. I'll give you that. What lasts longer in an ideal storage situation? White rice or honey?
No, honey lasts a bit. Right, white rice. In an ideal storing area, probably rice.
Yeah, I'll go with rice.
Rice.
The answer is actually honey. It can last like 1,000 years. I found that kind of weird. All right. What is your wife's dream job that nobody knows about?
I don't know.
Come on, you got to come up with an answer here.
Working part-time.
Okay, that's a fair answer. What is one thing that you would love to own, but you think you never will, non-pulling related?
Oh,
non-pulling related.
No, I got non-pulling. A twin turbine jet boat.
Okay, I like that. Great answer. Who would win in a game of chess, Don Dean or Brian Diekman?
Oh, that's awesome.
Man.
Those 2 guys.
That's going to be a tough one.
Man, Brian's probably watching, so I'm going to go Brian.
Can't upset your fabricator. Good choice. All right. If you could pick up a phone and call yourself from 10 years ago and give yourself 60 seconds and 60 seconds only of advice, what would you tell yourself?
Have more fun.
Okay.
I would tell myself to save a little more money.
Okay. Solid answers. That's all we've got for the rapid fire segment there. Good job, fellas.
Hey guys, does your dad think we're a bunch of idiots?
No, we got one for you guys.
Okay.
True or false?
Oh, they're going to do
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. We've also got to do our two truths and one lie segment here before we let you go. So in this segment, you're going to give us 3 statements. 2 of them are going to be truths. 1 of them is going to be a lie, and it's up to us to decipher which one's the lie. Take it away.
Start, Doug.
Okay, I've polled in Rotterdam, Holland.
I have polled in all 50 states.
And we all grew up 100 feet from a train tracks.
I always respect my elders. I got major respect for Mr. Ron there, but you didn't go to Hawaii and pull, sir.
Yeah, I think 50 states is the lie there, gentlemen. How did we do?
Yeah.
You got
Please
that
pull
right,
out a
Scott.
picture of him with the Pearl Harbor as a judge.
Yeah. How many do you think he pulled in? How many states?
36.
That's a pretty good guess.
What's the next guess?
I'm saying 40.
Yeah.
27.
Chase is way low.
It's more than 30.
Dad believes it's 42.
Ooh.
Okay.
That is impressive. Is there?
I checked my race pack, Ron Senior.
Hey, get yourself a beer.
Don't worry, sir.
Do you think anybody has pulled in more states than that?
I doubt.
Oh, there might be, but there was a lot of that traveling around back in the 70s. Milton Bergman, he pulled in California multiple times, and Texas. And the only places I haven't pulled is New Mexico, Washington, Oregon, and Idaho.
Hawaii.
And Montana.
Yeah.
So you've been to Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Montana and Hawaii. That's where he's getting the up though.
And Alaska. Alaska too.
I would say probably Wayne Longnecker is probably up there in that range. He's pulled a lot.
That's this guy's buddy too. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I got the story down. Adam, this is the floor is yours for your closer here.
Well, I'm gonna let Chase have my secondary one. Give me a travel story, a memorable travel story.
I think this was mine to begin with, but I gave it to you.
I got it.
Oh.
I got one for you.
Yes. Yeah.
Going
This
to
is good.
MTPA. Oh my goodness, 2000. And when did we have to go to Inwood, Ontario, Tyler?
2002, I think.
Early 2000s, probably.
Yeah.
That's the time frame. We just had the turbine, the first judge 4-engine turbine, and we're running the 74, 75 mod class, and we're following Larry Perkowski, and we're headed across we're actually trying to get into Canada. Okay, so we're in customs, and they want to know about what we got in there. It's just a tractor. We don't tell us pulling here to say tractor. They run some scanner along the side of it, and they find that, and there is a little bit of radioactive material in our spark box, because they're built in the 70s to ignite our fuel through our spark plugs. They make us pull off, and a bunch of dudes, a bunch of military guys in guns, make us get out thinking we're bringing in like bomb making material, get us all out of the trailer against the trailer. Even mom and inspect and interrogate every one of us for about 30, 40 minutes, then take us inside the building. We are shit. We're like, forget it. Just decline us. We'll turn around and go back to the States.
Just get us the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck them points.
After about 10 minutes, they finally let us go. They're in the trailer. They finally realized this isn't what we thought it was. And finally let us go in. We were scared shit. It was like, what
There's
the hell?
a lot of stories, and we touch on it every few podcasts, but like the days of going to Canada, there's a lot of shit that always happened crossing those borders. And when you got there, yeah, getting there wasn't really the problem. It was always getting back in the United States that was really bad.
Yeah,
we had more trouble getting in. Every once in a while, we had trouble coming back. There was another story I thought he was going to tell. Was we had an old Ford blue hauler, and it was Dad didn't even go. It was Ronnie and I, Pete Bixel, Rod Henderson. It was, I guess, 4 or 5 of us, and they pulled us in, and they're like, well, you have to stay here overnight till the inspector gets back in the morning. So we're like, oh, just reject us. So they rejected us. We went back. We did a U-turn, got in a different toll booth, and the person let us go.
And you sell insurance.
Yeah.
I love it. Did you guys know that there was radioactive material in the ignition system?
Dad did.
I think after Don Dean explained it to us. Yeah.
Explained it, yeah. Yep.
That's classic.
Is that a necessary piece to the ignition system?
That's the way they built it.
That's the way
they're back from the 60s.
Yep. It's the smallest amount, Don says. It's just, yeah. Yep. I cannot.
That's not. I shouldn't say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get one that looks. I hear danger. Get one that looks like a bomb.
Oh wow.
Says what?
Ready? Get this off.
That
off
does
the air.
look
They
pretty
come shut us
suspicious.
down. Yeah, explain that to a freaking a customs person. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at how old these bad boys are.
Wow.
And that's how we start them.
Yeah, that's suspect for sure.
Fascinating.
Hey, talk to Todd Feiss. The brand new shit don't work.
That's good shit. Jeez. This has been a ton of fun, guys. Sorry for the inconvenience with the conditions and run around and so forth, but this is you all are an awesome family, and we always go back to it. Seeing what you all do as a group and the highs and lows of what this sport brings, but being able to do it together. This is just another case of a special family that is as stupid as we are, but wouldn't change it for the world. So any final sign-offs for you all or I know you all thanked a ton of people with the new chassis builds, but the floor is yours. You have questions, ask us, and we'll kind of do a wrap on her here.
Yeah.
Well, just long list of people with all of our crew, and then we got some just guys that just help out and run and get parts. Tom Groff, Ivan Kaffenbarger, Brian Diekman, Mike Franklin, Rod Henderson, and then you got Brad at Modern Motorsports, Craig Sage, SCS Gearbox, GMS with Jesse and Brent down there, and obviously with the engines, Cody Meyer and the Nebraska Gas Turbine Shop, they do a great job for us. We would not be where we're at without them. We do minor tweaks to it, but if he does a great job getting these engines to run for us, and he's definitely one of the guys and the only one that anybody that has a good Lycoming engine, he's working on them. And but yeah, we also obviously with us, we just want to thank Mom and Dad for all their
making
support.
us spend all this money.
Yeah, as one of the
what else would you rather do?
Yeah, as one of the spouses mentioned years ago, said, all the money you guys spend, we could have 1 or 2 houses down at a lake in Tennessee and 2 boats, and we could enjoy this a lot more.
Nah.
Well, then your comeback is then we would be divorced.
But
no, that's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it is cool because just people don't know so the pulling team that we actually own it as brothers now. Dad owned it himself, and then we took it over from Dad in like 2012. And 5 brothers: Randy, who's not here right now, Brad. So Randy's the oldest, then Brad, who's here right over there. Our brother Galen, who's the engineer over at Cummins. He's not here tonight, but he drives, and he's an owner. Myself and Derek. So 5 brothers own this pulling team and have done so for the last 13 years. And honestly, it's amazing. Honestly, we get after it. There's been drag out, knockdown fights too, but most of the time we can come to a consensus and make this run. Now we got the 3rd generation coming on, which is Brad's son, get over here, Nick, and then Randy's son Isaac. You're going to see them more in the seat this year. So that's pretty awesome. My dad's
hey, Adam, he wants to drive a mini rod so bad, and I keep telling him no.
I got one for sale.
I know. I cannot buy him one because my wife says no, he will not drive one.
I can make him run pretty good. Well, tell her to change your mind.
I tell you what, we've got a chassis sitting around from Bruce's Mini last year. We could just bring you guys that. You guys could drop a motor in it and get it all set up and running. I'll make the first pass in it, and then you guys can kind of take it from there, and we'll go back and forth. How does that sound?
Then you'll change your number.
Sorry, Tyler. He's going to have to buy it because I'll probably be no wife anymore, probably.
Bruce is a genuine farmer that he buys everything high and sells it for about 2 cents on the dollar. So I think that chassis could probably be bought for next to nothing. So careful. If that's the only hurdle involved here, we could probably work something out there.
He just bought a truck. And he put a lot of money into that. I guess he could sell that to get a mini rod. And he's buying a farm next.
Out of money.
Yeah.
Out of money.
You guys definitely have a ton to be proud of. It's awesome to see, like I said, a family that does it like y'all do from the ground up, and you should be very proud. I know you all are. Where can we see you all? Obviously, you're coming to Evansville this weekend. You guys kind of do a good job supporting, I think, all organizations everywhere from OSTPA, NTPA, Pro Pulling League. Like, where can fans see you all this year? Are you dialed in on a certain schedule, or is it kind of wide open?
Well, we've just stumbled upon and happened to draw a lucky number somehow to get into I don't know what this series is called, the Fent High Stakes Series. I don't know if you guys know what that's called at all.
I am familiar with it, sir. I'll be running it as well.
But yeah, so we're in the high stakes.
Adam already ate my head off once. I'm not going to say anything else.
So no, we are in the high stakes series. So and then we're going to run the Champions Tour, and obviously then we're going to run some NTPA as well. So we're going to hit a lot of events, but we're trying to watch how many outside events we go to outside the high stakes and Champions Tour, just because a lot of horsepower, stuff does not stay together. And, with the money that you got to put in for the high stakes, we want to make sure we're there for all those events.
In that event, I know it starts next weekend, right? I know I'm 99%
yes,
sure.
You're 100%
right?
correct. So yeah.
How far is that from your house?
3 hours. That's, the other thing we thought about too, because there's 2 in Ohio, and then the one in Michigan is within 3 hours. So we have 3 hours or less for 3 of them. And the other 2 are, from 8 to 12 hours, which, it is what it is. But that's the other thing we thought about too when we got into it. You're going to get, any closer really for what we've been doing, all the far travels we have to do. This is right in our backyard.
Absolutely.
The beauty of the world we live in now, when you can't be there, you can still be there to watch. I'll be watching my 2 running mates here and be cheering on the Turbine team as well each of those weekends whenever we can.
That's good to hear. We need all the support we can get. Those Hemis are tough.
And there's a lot of them.
We'll be rooting for you guys. I love what you're doing. I like somebody taking a different approach. It's awesome to see people putting in the work themselves, being different, not just writing a check, to go out there and play, but getting in there, like you say, taking in data, making changes, trying to adapt from your failures. And it's I'm excited to watch you guys run this weekend and see how those new chassis do for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're excited.
When you guys get into town?
We're going to leave tomorrow about noon.
So
we're going to gain an hour, so we'll be there around, I think, 4 o'clock, what we figure.
Very good. There'll be a complimentary meal and some free Busch Light starting at 4:30, so get here right in time.
We better leave a little sooner then.
It's all about the little things in life. Guys, appreciate y'all coming on. Adam, Tyler, always a pleasure doing it with you all. Sorry again for the ruckus to start the show, but we're all here and we always figure it out. And pulling season's here. We're best time of the year, and looking forward to keeping up and supporting everybody, and we'll all be together. Tyler, we'll FaceTime you from Adam's Pit at 5 a.m. one of the upcoming nights just to prove that Adam's still
I love
it. But Bart, cheers to you all. Congrats on all your accomplishments. Thanks for joining the show, and we'll see you all in Evansville this weekend, Busch Light Nationals, and cheers. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Hey, Adam.
Cheers, Adam. Oh,
Adam.
That's a wrap.
Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the No Practice Podcast.
Have a good one. Bye.
Stay tuned for the next episode, where we guarantee there still won't be any practice.